In a world where we're constantly bombarded with information, it can feel like navigating a maze of hidden agendas and subtle influences. Picture this: you're scrolling through your social media feed, and every post, every advertisement seems crafted specifically to sway your thoughts and behaviors. It's as if the world is a giant puppet show with unseen strings tugging at your desires and decisions. But what if there was a way to cut through the noise and stand firm against these manipulative forces? Enter Marcus Aurelius and the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. This ancient philosophy offers a powerful toolkit to recognize and resist manipulation, empowering you to live with clarity and purpose in today's complex landscape. Imagine having the emotional armor to deflect anything that tries to control you. Throughout this video, we'll delve into the profound lessons from the Stoics, helping you unlock the secrets to a life where you're the master of your own path. So stick with us, because what you're about to learn could be the key to reclaiming your autonomy in a world that constantly tries to take it away. Recognizing your emotions is the cornerstone that Marcus Aurelius laid down to shield oneself against manipulation. Imagine a scenario where someone's words or actions trigger an immediate and intense emotional response in you, like anger or insecurity. Now, Marcus Aurelius would advise us to pause and acknowledge those emotions without judgment. By doing so, we begin to understand our emotional landscape, which is crucial in spotting when someone is attempting to manipulate us. Often, manipulators try to exploit our unexamined feelings, pushing us into reactions that serve their agenda rather than our own true interests. Developing emotional awareness allows us to observe our feelings like an impartial spectator would. It invites us to notice without diving into the deep end of emotional turmoil. At its core, this practice is about self-perception. It is about gaining the insight necessary to pause and reflect before reacting. When we train ourselves in emotional awareness, we create a mental space that is free from the chaos of automatic reactions. This space empowers us to choose our responses rather than being driven by raw emotions. Marcus Aurelius believed that this kind of emotional intelligence was not just a protective measure, but also a pathway to personal freedom. So, next time you feel your emotions rising, remind yourself of this Stoic practice. Take a step back, breathe, and reflect. This practice will help you discern whether your response is genuinely yours or whether it is being influenced by outside forces pulling at the strings of your heart. The first step towards strengthening your emotional awareness is journaling. By writing down your thoughts and feelings, you create a mirror that reflects your emotional world back to you. Imagine your journal as a trusted friend, a place where you can candidly express yourself and untangle complex emotions without fear of judgment. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to write about situations that stirred strong emotions within you. Ask yourself, what exactly am I feeling and why? Over time, these entries can reveal patterns in your emotional responses and highlight triggers that others might exploit. Now, let us explore mindfulness meditation. This practice is about being present in the moment, fully aware of your feelings without being swept away by them. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. As thoughts and emotions arise, acknowledge them with curiosity, not criticism. Through mindfulness meditation, you learn to observe your emotions like clouds passing in the sky, detaching from them rather than becoming engulfed. Integrating these practices into daily life is simpler than you might think. Consider beginning your day with 5 minutes of journaling to set an emotionally aware tone. Or conclude your evening with a mindfulness session to process the day's experiences. You can even sprinkle mindfulness moments throughout the day, such as taking a mindful breath before responding to an emotional email or social media post. These techniques build a foundation of emotional resilience, equipping you to recognize when an external force tries to manipulate how you feel. By understanding and regulating your internal landscape, you become less susceptible to manipulation, navigating life's complexities with a centered, grounded mindset. The second lesson revolves around the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control. Think about it. In life, there are countless situations and events that seem to swirl around us like a storm of unpredictability. It could be anything from a sudden change at work to the unexpected reactions of others. Marcus Aurelius teaches us the importance of discerning between what we can influence and what is beyond our grasp. By clearly seeing this distinction, we gain a powerful shield against manipulation. When we concentrate our energy on what we truly have control over, our thoughts, our actions, and our reactions, we prevent external forces from dictating our inner state. This practice is like building a fortress of serenity within ourselves. It ensures that no matter the chaos outside, our peace remains intact. Many times, manipulation occurs when others try to sway us through elements we cannot control, like their opinions or the outcomes of certain situations. By letting go of these externals and redirecting our focus inward, we reclaim the power over our emotional and mental equilibrium. This not only aids in resisting manipulation, but also fosters a profound sense of tranquility. Imagine standing firm like a rock amidst a turbulent sea, unshaken by the waves crashing around you. This clarity and inner peace are the gifts of embracing what you can control, a core tenet of Stoic wisdom that fortifies us against the deceptive influences of the world. The expansion of this lesson lies in understanding control and how relinquishing it over external factors can indeed lead to empowerment. Let's consider a real-life scenario. You're driving to an important meeting and suddenly you find yourself stuck in a massive traffic jam. Your initial reaction might be frustration, anger, or even anxiety because this situation threatens to derail your plans. But here, the teachings of Marcus Aurelius come into play. The traffic is an external circumstance beyond your control. Now, what can you control? Your reaction to it. Instead of letting external factors dictate your emotional state, you can choose a different response. You could use that time to practice deep breathing, listen to a motivating podcast, or brainstorm ideas for your meeting. By shifting your focus to what you can control, you maintain your peace and make the best of the situation. Another example can be drawn from relationships. Imagine a friend or colleague suddenly becomes distant or critical. While their behavior might affect you, their thoughts and actions are ultimately outside your control. Here too, Marcus Aurelius would advise concentrating on your own thoughts and reactions. Are you interpreting their actions based on assumptions, or can you communicate openly to address the issue? This focus on internal rather than external factors allows you to address situations constructively without being manipulated by the uncertainties of others' behaviors. Relinquishing control over what you cannot change might initially feel like surrender, but it is actually a profound step towards empowerment. It frees up mental energy otherwise spent on worrying about the uncontrollable and redirects it towards areas where you can exert influence. This not only shields you from external manipulation, but also fosters a profound resilience and tranquility. As we practice this lesson, we build a solid foundation of inner peace that empowers us to navigate the world with clarity and strength. The practice of discerning control not only aligns with Stoic wisdom, but also enriches our lives by allowing us to live more intentionally and with greater autonomy. The third lesson beckons us to question our beliefs, a profound teaching emphasized by Marcus Aurelius. Imagine holding a belief so firmly that it becomes an unchallenged truth in your mind, like a stone carved with certainty. But what if that stone is the very foundation others use to manipulate you? Aurelius encourages us to examine our beliefs and assumptions with a critical eye. He suggests taking a step back and asking ourselves, why do I believe this, and is it really true? In doing so, we uncover assumptions we may have accepted without scrutiny. This process isn't about doubting everything, but rather about shining a light on the areas where ignorance might unknowingly reside. Consider the power others might hold over you simply because they exploit what you haven't questioned. Manipulators often capitalize on unexamined beliefs, nudging you toward decisions that serve their aims rather than your own. By challenging our beliefs, we remove the scaffolding they use to sway us. It's akin to breaking free from a trap set by blind faith. Marcus Aurelius knew that by understanding the origins and validity of our beliefs, we gain the wisdom to see through the smoke and mirrors of manipulation. Next time you find yourself holding an unwavering belief, pause and consider its roots. Is it shaped by evidence, or is it an echo of someone else's influence? This introspection arms us with clarity, allowing us to sidestep the snares set by those who would exploit our unchecked assumptions. Through this process, we're not just defending ourselves against manipulation, we're forging a path toward authentic beliefs that truly align with who we are. In this way, the teachings of Marcus Aurelius guide us to a life where we're not just free from external control, but deeply anchored in our own truth. The expansion of the third lesson involves diving into techniques for self-inquiry, which are invaluable in challenging and refining our personal beliefs. Let's start with Socratic questioning, a method inspired by the great philosopher Socrates himself. Picture this: by asking a series of probing questions, you peel back the layers of your beliefs like an onion, each question leading you closer to the core. Socratic questioning involves inquiries such as, "What is the evidence for this belief?" or "What might someone with a different perspective think?" This method helps us examine assumptions, uncover contradictions, and gain a deeper understanding of our beliefs. It's like holding a mirror up to our thoughts, revealing where they may stand on shaky ground. Next, consider the practice of reflective writing. Imagine setting aside a few minutes each day to write about a belief you hold, exploring its origins and implications. This process is like having a conversation with your inner self, allowing you to articulate and evaluate the beliefs that shape your worldview. As you write, you might ask, "How did I come to hold this belief?" Or, "How does this belief affect my decisions?" Reflective writing provides clarity and insight, transforming abstract thoughts into concrete understanding. The benefits of this transformative approach to self-inquiry are profound. By actively questioning and refining our beliefs, we cultivate a mindset resistant to manipulation. We develop the ability to recognize when someone is attempting to play on our unexamined assumptions. Moreover, this practice fosters personal growth and adaptability, as we're more open to evolving our perspectives based on new information and experiences. By engaging in self-inquiry, we not only protect ourselves from external influences, but also embark on a journey toward authentic self-understanding. This journey reflects the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, guiding us to live with integrity and awareness in a world that constantly challenges our beliefs. The fourth lesson focuses on cultivating inner strength, a vital concept in Stoic philosophy championed by Marcus Aurelius. Imagine your character as a fortress, unyielding against external assaults of manipulation. Stoicism teaches that true resilience comes from within, creating an inner foundation so robust that no outside influence can shake it. This resilience isn't just about withstanding the storms of life, it's about thriving amidst them. When we strengthen our character, we build an unwavering core that serves as a stronghold against manipulation. Marcus Aurelius often alluded to the idea that inner strength is synonymous with virtue. By fostering virtues like courage, wisdom, and justice, we enhance our ability to navigate the world with integrity and clarity. Manipulators thrive on uncertainty and doubt, often targeting those with a shaky sense of self. By cultivating inner strength, we stand firm in our convictions, making it difficult for others to sway us from our truth. Picture the strength of a tree with deep roots. While the wind may bend its branches, its core remains grounded and immovable. Similarly, by nurturing our inner resilience, we become like that tree, stable and steadfast even when challenges arise. This inner strength empowers us to choose our responses rather than react impulsively to external pressures. It provides a lens through which we can view situations objectively, discern manipulative tactics, and respond with poise. Moreover, as we cultivate inner strength, we achieve a sense of autonomy. We become architects of our destiny, guided by our principles rather than the whims of others. This lesson, rooted deeply in Stoic wisdom, invites us to embark on a journey of self-mastery. By shaping our character and nurturing inner resilience, we not only safeguard ourselves against manipulation, but also unlock a richer, more empowered existence. Facing one's fears is a cornerstone strategy in building resilience, as it pushes the boundaries of our comfort zone and fosters genuine inner strength. Imagine stepping into a situation that intimidates you, and rather than shying away, you choose to meet it head-on. This deliberate act of facing discomfort doesn't just make you braver, it solidifies your inner fortitude. Deliberately seeking discomfort might sound counterintuitive, but it is a powerful practice. Consider the example of the Roman general Cato, known for his adherence to Stoic principles. Cato would often wear simple clothing, walk barefoot, and endure the mockery of others. He did this not out of necessity, but as a deliberate choice to build resistance to discomfort and develop inner strength. His actions served as a testament to his character, showing that real power comes from within. This practice of embracing discomfort prepares us for the unpredictable nature of life, teaching us to maintain our balance whether we face minor inconveniences or major challenges. Another historical figure who exemplified Stoic resilience is Nelson Mandela. Although not a Stoic by definition, Mandela embodied Stoic qualities during his 27-year imprisonment. He faced the ultimate form of discomfort, loss of freedom, with a mindset focused on inner strength and resilience. His story illustrates how enduring hardship with dignity can fortify one's spirit against manipulation and adversity. By integrating such practices into our lives, we learn to welcome challenges as opportunities for growth. Whether it's public speaking, confronting a difficult conversation, or enduring a physical challenge, each experience becomes a stepping stone towards greater resilience. Facing fears and seeking discomfort teaches us that vulnerability is not a weakness but a path to empowerment. As we make these practices part of our journey, we start to reflect the resilience of those who came before us, carrying forward their legacy of strength and dignity. Through deliberate actions that test our limits, we become architects of our own fortress, resilient against the winds of manipulation and life's inevitable storms. Developing critical thinking is the fifth lesson to embrace in our journey of warding off manipulation. Marcus Aurelius placed great emphasis on this skill, recognizing it as a key defense against being misled. Imagine you are presented with information that appears convincing at first glance. It could be a persuasive article, a seemingly factual statement, or even a strongly worded opinion. Aurelius would urge us to pause and question, where is this information coming from, and what biases might be influencing it? By fostering critical thinking, we create a mental filter that sifts through the noise and identifies what is genuinely valuable and true. Questioning the sources of information empowers us to see beyond the surface, much like examining the ingredients before deciding to consume a meal. It's about understanding what is being fed to us intellectually and emotionally. In today's age of rapid information exchange, this skill is more crucial than ever. Manipulators often rely on information that is presented without scrutiny, hoping you'll accept it unquestioningly. By fostering critical thinking, we build immunity against these tactics. This practice requires that we remain curious and skeptical, not in a cynical way, but as seekers of truth. It encourages us to investigate, cross-reference information, and consider alternative perspectives. Imagine walking through a dense forest. Each piece of information is a leaf, and our task is to discern which ones are part of the healthy, truthful tree and which are merely falling debris. Aurelius understood that critical thinking not only arms us against deceit, but also enriches our understanding of the world. It leads to a more informed and reflective life where decisions are made with clarity and awareness. So, in our quest to protect ourselves from manipulation, let us channel the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and cultivate a discerning mind that questions, learns, and grows. The expansion of Lesson 5 lies in arming ourselves with practical tools to develop and sharpen critical thinking skills. Let's start with the exercise of analyzing news articles. Imagine picking up a piece of news, be it from print or digital media. Instead of accepting it at face value, dive into a deeper analysis. Ask yourself, who wrote this and what might their perspective be? Identify any potential biases or agendas at play. Consider the sources cited in the article and whether they provide balanced viewpoints. This practice turns reading into an active investigation, much like a detective piecing together a story. Over time, you'll start noticing patterns in how information is presented, equipping you with a discerning eye that cuts through manipulation. Next, let us explore the power of debates with friends. Picture an engaging discussion where different viewpoints are actively exchanged. This setting offers a respectful space to challenge ideas and test the strength of arguments. By debating topics from politics to personal opinions, you expose yourself to perspectives different from your own. This practice isn't about winning, but about understanding the reasoning behind alternative viewpoints, enhancing your critical thinking in the process. It sharpens your ability to articulate your thoughts clearly, listen attentively, and remain open-minded. These exercises not only fortify your mental resilience against manipulation, but also foster a richer understanding of complex topics. Another strategy to consider is the practice of reflection. After engaging with information or debate, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. Ask yourself, how has my perspective shifted and what new questions have arisen? Reflection solidifies your learning and encourages continuous growth in your thinking process. By integrating these tools into your daily routine, you transform critical thinking into a natural habit, much like exercising a muscle. This vigilant approach to processing information ensures that you're not easily swayed by surface appearances or persuasive tactics. By employing these strategies, you align with Marcus Aurelius' call for a mindful, thoughtful life that stands resilient against manipulation. The sixth lesson emphasizes the power of practicing patience and cultivating perspective, two intertwined virtues that are central to Stoic philosophy and key in resisting manipulation. Imagine being in a situation where you feel pressure to make an immediate decision, perhaps due to external demands or a perceived urgency. Marcus Aurelius would advise us to take a step back and allow patience to guide us. Patience gives us the space to see beyond the immediate and into the broader picture. It is like observing a single puzzle piece within the context of an entire puzzle. It encourages us to pause, reflect, and understand how each element fits into a larger narrative. When we practice patience, we are not easily swayed by the emotional tides that manipulators often exploit to rush our judgment. It allows us to process information thoughtfully, aligning our actions with reason rather than impulse. Developing perspective aids this process by helping us to see the panoramic view of any situation. By understanding the bigger picture, we can better discern the true motivations behind others' actions, thereby sidestepping potential manipulation. This broader outlook functions as a mental compass, guiding us away from immediate emotional reactions and towards informed and intentional responses. Marcus Aurelius believed that by integrating patience and perspective into our lives, we cultivate a mindset that is less susceptible to external influences and more aligned with our true principles. These virtues empower us to live with greater clarity and purpose, anchoring us in the storm of life's challenges. Cultivating patience and perspective not only fortifies us against manipulation, but also enhances our capacity for empathy and understanding, allowing us to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and grace. The expansion of the sixth lesson involves techniques for widening perspectives, which are essential for diminishing the impact of stressors often used in manipulation. Let's start with the practice of meditating on the vastness of the universe. Imagine setting aside a quiet moment, closing your eyes, and envisioning the infinite expanse of the cosmos. Picture the stars, galaxies, and endless space beyond our immediate world. This meditation places your current challenges and stressors into a broader context, easing their perceived intensity. By contemplating your place in the universe, you gain a sense of proportion and perspective that lightens the weight of immediate pressures. Now, consider the technique of stepping into another's shoes. Imagine observing a situation not from your viewpoint but through the eyes of someone with a different background or experience. This practice broadens your understanding and empathy, allowing you to grasp motivations and dynamics you might have missed. It shifts your focus from personal triggers to a wider appreciation of human diversity, softening the potential manipulation of narrow perspectives. Another method is to challenge your initial interpretations by seeking alternative explanations. When faced with a stressor, pause and ask yourself, what are other ways to view this situation? By exploring different angles, you dilute the power of the stressor to manipulate your emotions, fostering a balanced and reasoned response. Lastly, engage in the habit of learning about cultures and philosophies distinct from your own, which helps to broaden your worldview and reduce susceptibility to manipulation rooted in ignorance or bias. By internalizing these techniques, you anchor yourself in an expanded perspective that diminishes the sway of stressors, aligning your actions with the reasoned and intentional path advocated by Stoic philosophy. Embracing change and uncertainty is the seventh lesson that shines through Stoic philosophy, especially in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius. Imagine life as a river, constantly flowing and evolving, never stagnant. This image beautifully captures the Stoic understanding that change is an inherent part of nature. Marcus Aurelius would encourage us to accept this perpetual motion of life with open arms, recognizing that resistance only breeds suffering. By accepting change and uncertainty as constants, we align ourselves with the natural flow of existence, preparing us to navigate manipulative situations with ease. When we acknowledge that nothing remains the same and that moments of uncertainty are just as natural as the seasons shifting, we cultivate a mindset that is resilient against external pressures. Manipulators often exploit our fear of the unknown or our desire for predictability, swaying us with promises of certainty or stability. But by embracing the ever-changing nature of life, we see beyond these deceptive tactics. We understand that true stability comes not from clinging to the unchanging, but from adapting with grace and flexibility. This acceptance brings a sense of peace and empowerment as we realize that the only constant we can truly rely on is our ability to adapt. Imagine standing in the middle of a stream, allowing the water to flow around you without resistance. When we stop fighting the inherent changes of life, we find balance and strength in our adaptability. This principle is deeply rooted in Stoic wisdom and provides a sturdy shield against manipulation. By embracing change and uncertainty, we fortify ourselves with the understanding that adaptability is our greatest ally, allowing us to navigate life's complexities with confidence and serenity. Valuing reason over emotion is the eighth lesson imparted by Marcus Aurelius and a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Imagine encountering a situation where emotions are running high, perhaps a heated argument or an urgent decision that demands immediate action. In these moments, emotions can resemble a roaring river, threatening to sweep you into impulsive actions that you might later regret. But Marcus Aurelius would urge us to pause and let reason be our anchor amidst the turbulent flow. By prioritizing rational thought, we gain clarity, allowing us to navigate challenges with a calm and intentional mindset. This approach acts as a shield against manipulation because it prevents others from harnessing our emotions to steer us toward their desired outcomes. Manipulators often thrive by triggering strong emotional reactions, fear, anger, or even excitement, making us more susceptible to their influence. By valuing reason, we create a buffer that filters our immediate emotional responses through a lens of rationality, ensuring our actions are aligned with our true intentions rather than reactive impulses. This technique empowers us to step back, assess the situation, and respond with thoughtful consideration. It enables us to analyze facts, weigh options, and make decisions that reflect our values and long-term goals. By adhering to reason over emotion, we build a foundation of resilience against external attempts to manipulate our choices. Imagine your reason as a lighthouse guiding you safely through the storm, illuminating the best path forward. This practice not only safeguards us against manipulation, but also fosters a life of greater integrity and purpose. Marcus Aurelius believed that living in accordance with reason leads to wisdom and inner peace, equipping us with the tools to navigate life's complexities with grace and strength. By cultivating this Stoic principle, we ensure our actions are intentional and true, protecting us from the distortions of emotional manipulation. Maintaining integrity and honor is the 9th lesson we extract from the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, a principle that serves as a robust defense against manipulation. Imagine walking through life as a beacon of virtue, with your actions consistently reflecting your values and principles. Marcus Aurelius believed that upholding virtue and integrity creates an unyielding foundation upon which our character is built. In a world where manipulative tactics often aim to sway us into compromising our values, maintaining our integrity acts as a steadfast guardian. When we commit to our principles, we establish a solid ground that resists external pressures, much like a tree with deep roots that withstands the fiercest winds. Upholding integrity means being true to oneself and honest in all dealings, refusing to let deceit or dishonesty cloud our judgment. This commitment garners self-respect and earns the trust of others, acting as a protective shield against compromising situations. Manipulators often attempt to lure us into actions that betray our values, promising short-term gains or appealing to our insecurities. However, by maintaining our honor, we build a mental and emotional defense that aligns our actions with our core beliefs. This alignment ensures that we are not swayed by fleeting temptations that lead us away from our genuine path. Picture integrity as your compass, guiding you through treacherous waters with a clear and unwavering direction. It anchors you in truth and righteousness, making you less vulnerable to the push and pull of external influences. Through this practice, we live in harmony with our true selves, making decisions that echo our commitment to virtue. Marcus Aurelius understood that a life anchored in integrity and honor not only protects us from manipulation, but also enriches us with purpose and fulfillment. By embodying this Stoic principle, we embrace a life of authenticity and resilience, fortifying ourselves against the compromises that threaten our ethical foundation. Detaching from material desires is the 10th lesson that Marcus Aurelius imparts, a lesson deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. Imagine living in a world where material possessions hold less sway over your sense of self or happiness. In today's society, we are often bombarded with messages suggesting that acquiring more will lead to greater fulfillment. This external focus can become a lever that manipulators use, enticing us to make decisions based on the promise of material gain. Marcus Aurelius, however, teaches us to see beyond this illusion. By detaching from the desire for material goods, we weaken the hold that manipulation has over us. When we understand that true contentment and worth do not derive from possessions but from within, we liberate ourselves from the influence of those who control us through our wants and desires. Imagine viewing material possessions like passing clouds, beautiful to behold but not essential to your inner peace and value. This perspective aligns with the Stoic belief in focusing on the non-essential nature of externals. When we let go of the need for more, we find freedom in simplicity, making us less susceptible to the seductive tactics of those who would manipulate us through our cravings for wealth or status. This detachment is not about rejecting material possessions entirely, but rather about prioritizing inner values over external accumulation. It's about recognizing that while possessions may enhance our lives, they do not define them. By adopting this Stoic principle, we shield ourselves from manipulation, standing firm in the understanding that our worth is inherent and unquantifiable by material standards. This mindset allows us to navigate life with a clearer focus on what truly matters, forging a path of authenticity and inner strength that is resistant to external pressures. In doing so, we embody the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, living a life centered on genuine fulfillment rather than fleeting desires. Understanding human nature is the 11th lesson we draw from Marcus Aurelius, a lesson that is vital for fortifying ourselves against manipulation. Picture yourself engaging with others, whether in personal relationships or professional settings, and being able to see beyond the surface interactions to understand the deeper motivations that drive behavior. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that human motives and behaviors are layers of complexity waiting to be uncovered. By developing a keen awareness of these underlying motives, we arm ourselves with a powerful tool to resist the subtle influences of manipulation. Consider this: manipulators often exploit our lack of understanding of human nature, using it to steer us toward their desired outcomes by playing on our emotions or misinterpreting our actions. But when we deepen our grasp of why people act the way they do, we equip ourselves with the insights to navigate these situations with acumen. Imagine viewing interactions like a chess game. Each move reveals a strategy and intention. By observing the patterns in human behavior, we become adept at recognizing manipulative tactics before they impact us. We start to see the reasons behind actions, whether they're driven by fear, desire, insecurity, or ambition. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to reflect on our own nature as well, questioning our reactions and emotions to build a clearer picture of ourselves and others. This reflective practice not only heightens our self-awareness but also enhances our empathy and understanding. With this knowledge, we sidestep manipulation by anticipating potential influences and maintaining control over our responses. Understanding human nature helps us to balance our interactions with wisdom and integrity, making us resilient to external pressures. Imagine yourself as a detective of human motives, piecing together the clues that reveal genuine intentions. Through this practice, we not only shield ourselves from manipulation, but also foster connections based on authenticity and mutual respect. By embracing this lesson, we embody the Stoic wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, empowering ourselves with the clarity and insight required to navigate life's complexities with integrity and understanding. Setting boundaries and maintaining personal standards form the 12th lesson we glean from Marcus Aurelius, offering a formidable defense against external control. Imagine your life as a house surrounded by a fence. This fence represents your boundaries, defining what is permissible and what is not, keeping unwanted influences at bay. Marcus Aurelius would advise us to establish clear boundaries as a reflection of our values and beliefs. By doing so, we create a space that protects our well-being and authenticity. Consider how often manipulative forces attempt to breach these boundaries, subtly eroding them to bend you to their will. But when you set firm boundaries, you send a message of respect for yourself and your limits. It's like setting a perimeter that safeguards not just your physical space, but your mental and emotional realms as well. Maintaining standards within these boundaries fortifies them further. Like the walls of your house, standards ensure that what you allow inside aligns with your principles and values. It's about making conscious choices that reflect who you are and what you stand for, rather than succumbing to pressures that compromise your integrity. When you uphold your personal standards, you prevent others from dictating your actions or undermining your self-worth. Imagine these standards as the foundation that supports the entire structure of your being, solid and unwavering in the face of external attempts to control you. Through this practice, you build a life of intentionality and resilience against manipulation. Marcus Aurelius understood that personal boundaries and standards are not just barriers, they are expressions of self-respect and self-determination. By embodying this Stoic principle, you navigate the world with confidence, equipped with the clarity to differentiate between what serves your true self and what disrupts it. This approach not only protects you from manipulation, but also enriches your life with authenticity and purpose, empowering you to live in alignment with your deepest values. Living by principles, not circumstances, forms the 13th lesson we learn from Marcus Aurelius, a pillar of Stoic discipline against manipulation. Picture your principles as the North Star, guiding you steadily through life's unpredictable and often stormy seas. Marcus Aurelius believed that when you anchor your life in steadfast principles, you shield yourself from the turbulence of changing circumstances. It's about maintaining a consistent course even when the winds of life try to pull you astray. Consider how easy it is to be swayed when situations change, perhaps pressure from peers, sudden challenges, or enticing distractions. But by holding firm to your principles, you create a compass that directs your actions, ensuring they align with your core values and beliefs. This practice is like building a lighthouse on solid rock, standing unwaveringly against the waves of external pressures and manipulative forces. When you live by principles, you establish a baseline of integrity and authenticity that resists the ebb and flow of circumstances. You become resilient to those who attempt to manipulate you by shifting conditions to their advantage. Imagine someone trying to tug at your emotions or decisions to serve their purposes. Yet, by standing firm in your principles, you remain rooted and unswayed, grounded in what truly matters to you. This alignment brings clarity, allowing you to see through the fog of manipulation and distractions. Marcus Aurelius understood that living principled lives leads to genuine fulfillment, providing a framework for making decisions that reflect our true selves. By integrating this Stoic lesson into our daily lives, we cultivate a life of consistency and purpose, empowering ourselves to resist external influences and thrive in alignment with our authentic values. This dedication to principles not only defends against manipulation, but also enriches our existence with meaning and resilience, fortifying us to navigate life's journey with confidence and integrity. Practicing compassion and empathy is the 14th lesson we learn from Marcus Aurelius, offering a nuanced approach to dealing with manipulative individuals. Imagine encountering a person whose intentions might not align with honesty, perhaps someone trying to sway you for their own gain. Here, Marcus Aurelius would encourage us to engage them with empathy and understanding. By seeing things from their perspective, we can better comprehend their motivations and behaviors. This empathetic approach doesn't mean letting our guard down or accepting manipulation blindly. Instead, it involves an awareness that recognizes their humanity and complexity. As we practice empathy, we maintain a healthy detachment, ensuring that their actions do not dictate our own. This balance between empathy and detachment allows us to respond with kindness and wisdom without being drawn into their manipulative web. Imagine viewing their attempts at manipulation as signals of their struggles or needs, acknowledging them without absorbing their intentions. This perspective helps us to communicate assertively, setting boundaries while still valuing their humanity. By showing compassion, we open a dialogue that might disarm manipulative tactics, fostering a space of mutual respect and understanding. It's like standing firm as a tree offering shelter, providing shade without being uprooted. Marcus Aurelius believed that embracing this Stoic principle nurtures relationships founded on sincerity and trust. By practicing empathy with detachment, we protect ourselves from external pressures while promoting a world where understanding triumphs over manipulation. This integration of compassion within a Stoic framework not only shields us against manipulation, but also enriches our interactions, allowing us to navigate life's complexities with grace and integrity. Engaging in regular self-reflection is the 15th lesson highlighted by Marcus Aurelius, emphasizing its significance in the realm of Stoicism. Imagine taking a moment each day to hold a mirror to your thoughts, actions, and beliefs, examining them with honest curiosity. This process is akin to becoming your own life coach, analyzing your experiences to gain deeper insight into your motivations and behaviors. Marcus Aurelius taught that self-reflection is a powerful tool for increasing self-awareness, offering a clearer view of the internal landscape that guides our decisions. In the fast-paced world we navigate, it is easy to be swept along by external influences without pausing to consider how they have shaped us. Regular self-reflection acts as a pause button, allowing us to review and learn from our choices. By understanding our thoughts and emotions, we build a robust personal awareness that equips us against manipulative forces. Manipulators often thrive when we lack clarity about our own drivers and reactions, exploiting our uncertainties. However, consistent self-reflection illuminates these obscured areas, turning vulnerabilities into strengths. Picture yourself reviewing your day each evening. What went well? Where did you feel pressured or influenced? This practice is like clearing away mental clutter, revealing patterns and insights that guide future actions. By linking self-reflection to Stoic philosophy, we nurture an ability to analyze and refine our beliefs, ensuring they align with our core values. This reflective practice not only increases our self-awareness, but also acts as a self-empowering shield against manipulation. Marcus Aurelius believed that self-reflection leads to a life of intentionality where we act with purpose and conviction, unswayed by external forces. Through this lesson, we invite you to cultivate a lifelong habit of reflection, fortifying yourself against manipulation by fostering a deep understanding of your true self. This Stoic journey of reflection enriches your life with clarity and resilience, empowering you to navigate the world with authenticity and strength. Accepting and learning from adversity forms the 16th lesson from Marcus Aurelius, guiding us to find strength and growth in life's challenges. Imagine encountering a difficult situation, one that seems insurmountable and overwhelming at first glance. It's easy to feel trapped or defeated, but Marcus Aurelius would advise us to see adversity as a unique opportunity, a stepping stone for personal growth and development. By reframing these challenges through a Stoic lens, we recognize them as life's way of teaching resilience, much like a sculptor chisels away at stone to reveal a masterpiece. Embracing adversity with this mindset changes our emotional response, diminishing the power of manipulative tactics that prey on vulnerability and distress. Manipulators often capitalize on the chaos of adversity to steer us toward decisions that align with their needs rather than our true interests. However, by viewing adversity as a catalyst for strength, we reduce its emotional impact, maintaining clarity and composure in challenging times. This approach not only equips us with the psychological tools to rise above manipulation, but also fosters an environment where growth and empowerment thrive. Imagine each adverse event as a lesson in your personal curriculum, one that shapes your character and fortifies your spirit. As we learn from these experiences, we cultivate wisdom, gaining insight into our own capabilities and resilience. Through this learning process, we transform adversity into a powerful ally, growing stronger with each challenge met and conquered. Marcus Aurelius believed that life's difficulties are not obstacles but opportunities, guiding us to a path of greater understanding and fulfillment. By accepting and learning from adversity, we align with this Stoic wisdom and nurture a mindset that stands firm against manipulation, leading a life marked by growth, strength, and purposeful living. Cultivating a Stoic mindset daily is the 17th lesson from the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, a crucial step in building a robust defense against manipulation. Imagine waking up each morning with a sense of purpose, equipped with a mental toolkit of Stoic principles to guide your day. Marcus Aurelius believed that consistency in applying these lessons fortifies your inner strength, much like exercising a muscle to build resilience. By integrating Stoicism into your daily routine, you nurture a mindset that is steadfast and unwavering, no matter the challenges that arise. This practice empowers you to approach life with clarity and intentionality, free from the influence of manipulative forces. When you consciously apply these Stoic teachings, whether by pausing to reflect on your emotions, focusing on what you control, or questioning your beliefs, you create a solid foundation that shields you from external pressures. Imagine these lessons as the threads weaving a tapestry of strength and wisdom, each day adding another layer to your mental armor. Integrating these lessons consistently helps you live in alignment with your true values, ensuring that your actions are a reflection of your authentic self. This daily commitment to Stoicism not only protects you from manipulation, but also enriches your life with peace and fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius understood that a disciplined Stoic practice leads to a life of greater awareness and purpose, allowing you to navigate the complexities of the world with grace and confidence. By fostering this mindset, you empower yourself to live with unwavering integrity and resilience, aligned with the timeless wisdom that Marcus Aurelius imparted. The 17th lesson expanded focuses on incorporating daily practices that internalize Stoic principles, offering a structured approach to fostering resilience against manipulation. Picture starting your day with a morning meditation, a moment of silence to center your mind and align your intentions with Stoic wisdom. This simple practice sets the tone for a day grounded in clarity and purpose, helping you remain calm and composed amidst external pressures. As you meditate, visualize the principles of Stoicism guiding your thoughts, much like a gentle stream shaping the landscape of your mind. In the evening, engage in a practice of reflection, akin to a captain reviewing the day's journey at sea. Spend a few quiet minutes exploring the day's events, victories, and challenges. Ask yourself, where did I apply Stoic principles effectively? And what can I learn from the moments I faltered? This exercise not only consolidates your learning, but also prepares you for future encounters with manipulative situations. Writing in a journal can add depth to this process, providing a space to articulate your reflections and insights. Imagine this journal as a companion on your Stoic journey, a record of growth that tracks your evolving mindset. Additionally, consider setting small, achievable goals each day that align with Stoic values, cultivating habits that reinforce your inner strength and resolve. Whether it's practicing gratitude, showing kindness, or choosing patience over impatience, these actions weave Stoic teachings into the fabric of your daily life. By committing to these daily rituals, you empower yourself with a mindset resilient to manipulation, living each day with intention and authenticity. This consistent application of Stoicism not only fortifies your defenses against external influences, but also enriches your life with a profound sense of fulfillment and clarity. Embrace these practices and watch as they transform your daily experiences into opportunities for growth and empowerment, paving the way for a life truly aligned with the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Throughout our journey into the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and the realm of Stoicism, we've unearthed 17 profound lessons designed to protect against manipulation. From recognizing your emotions and focusing on what you can control, to questioning beliefs and cultivating inner strength, each lesson offers a piece of wisdom, building a robust defense against the influences that seek to sway us. We've explored the power of critical thinking, the virtues of patience and perspective, and the importance of setting boundaries. These principles collectively form an armor, safeguarding us as we navigate complex landscapes filled with hidden agendas. By prioritizing reason over emotion, maintaining integrity, and detaching from material desires, we further reinforce our resilience, creating a life driven by authentic values rather than fleeting external pressures. Understanding human nature, living by principles, and practicing compassion provide the foundation for genuine connections and a life of integrity. Regular self-reflection, accepting adversity as growth, and cultivating a stoic mindset daily enrich our journey, arming us with the clarity and strength to live intentionally. As you reflect on these lessons, consider how they can transform your own life, empowering you to remain steadfast amidst life's challenges. We invite you to apply these principles to weave Stoic wisdom into the fabric of your daily experiences. Share your thoughts with us and join our community in exploring the timeless insights of Stoicism. Remember to subscribe for more content and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest explorations into the world of Stoicism. Thank you for joining us on this empowering journey toward a life fortified by the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius.